The peasant is a pussy. He has no aggression inside him, so he just takes it whenever anyone makes fun of him. He says that he is the bigger person for this, but nobody else thinks that, and in reality he doesn't even think that himself. And since he is too much of a coward to stand up against the injustices happening to him, he lives his whole life in fear and regret. The king. The king isn't an aggressive man, but when it comes down to it, he will do anything to protect his kingdom and the people he cares about. And because he knows that he is capable of fighting for his loved ones, he can live a peaceful and happy life. It's the winter of 2021, and we have PE. Before the lesson starts, the teacher lines us up from tallest to shortest so he can count us. And can you guess who was at the end as the shortest? Me. I was the shortest kid. I was 5'1" at the age of 14. Even though I kind of enjoyed PE, being the shortest kid there wasn't fun. I was constantly getting picked up and thrown around by the other guys saying how light I am. Because not only was I short, I was also really skinny. And can you guess what that dumbass younger me did, even though he didn't like what they were doing to him? He laughed with them and made self-deprecating jokes just because he was too scared to do something. When I think about it back, I could have literally done anything. Just tell them, guys, stop it, and that would help, but I didn't. I always thought to myself that I could beat them up, but they aren't doing anything that bad, so I will do it once they do something worse. But in reality, I couldn't do anything because I didn't have that male aggression inside me. The modern world is trying to convince young men that being aggressive is bad and that you should be docile and submissive. And fair enough, you can't be too aggressive because you will end up killing someone. But you should still be more aggressive. You watching this right now, if you just heard my story and you think, oh, I would have said something, no you fucking wouldn't, you are a coward. Most men today are cowards. Because growing up, if we shown any level of aggression, we were punished for it. When we were boys in the kindergarten, wrestling each other, the obese feminist teachers would come to scream at us to stop fighting because they think that it's wrong. We were raised like girls, we were raised to be feminine and weak. But boys and girls aren't the same. Boys need to have a strong male role model who will teach them how to actually control that aggression and not beat it out of them. So if you are watching this and you think, oh, this isn't for me, I don't struggle with this, you still need to keep watching because your children will go through the same conditioning that we went through and you will need to teach them. When you were a little kid, how did your parents react when you were throwing a temper tantrum? Did they beat you? Did they come to you, oh, stop crying, here, take a sweetie? Or maybe something in the middle, right? Both are wrong. Most parents don't actually know how to raise children. They didn't even think about learning how it's done, so they just go with what they think is right. Oh, aggression is wrong, so if my child shows any level of aggression, I must stop it. When a child is throwing a temper tantrum, you should let him express this aggression that he has. Because in his mind he is fighting against some injustice, like for example that he has to go to bed at 7 and not 8 like he normally does. To the parent this isn't a big deal, but to the child this is complete betrayal and he is fighting against it. And when the parent beats the kid for this, what does it teach them? It teaches them that next time some injustice happens to them they should just take it and comply. And who are the children that were taught to just take it? They are the bully victims. They just let themselves get bullied and don't do anything about it because they don't even know what to do. They don't know how to be aggressive. The society and the law will tell you, oh, don't fight back, tell the teacher, call someone to solve your problem, call the daddy. But that doesn't work. No child will go to the teacher. Because they know that if they tell the teacher won't really do much. They might put the bully in detention. But the kid who told the teacher will be seen as the snitch for the rest of their school years. Even though when I was being bullied, I thought to myself that I could beat them all up, I was still scared. I didn't even know how I would do it, because it was beaten out of me by the school system. When I imagined fighting back, I felt good, but also it felt kinda awkward, because I didn't know how to be aggressive. Everybody tells us that we are a bigger person if we just take it. For example, on social media, we always see someone recording the lady who complains at the restaurant because she got the wrong food being portrayed as a bad person. But she is the healthy one. The Karens are the healthy ones. They fight against the injustices that happen to them. Meanwhile, there is you sitting there with your cold food thinking it's rude to tell the waiter that you don't like it. Be honest, when you get the wrong food at a restaurant, do you tell the waiter? Probably not. Most people don't. Most people just eat the food like cowards. So how do you reclaim your male aggression? And we can be proper sad and angry at the world right now because we were raised wrong and we didn't have anybody to look up to. The only people were the feminist teachers and blah 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 blah. Brother, that is in the past. We can't change that, but we can change what is now and what will come. The first step to reclaiming your male aggression is actually admitting that you need to be more aggressive sometimes and that it's normal to show some aggression if you don't like something. Once you have that, you need to realize that having injustices happen to you isn't normal and you have the right to fight back. You have the right to ask for different food at the restaurant because the one you got was cold. You have the right to not be bullied at school. You have the right to say that you don't like something. You should be getting angry at this point, and that is good. You had injustices happen to you that you didn't react to. Go punch a pillow or a punching bag. Get proper aggressive and angry. That is good for you. All your life you were told that aggression is bad. You always heard that you are the bigger person if you don't fight back, but when you are getting bullied, nobody thinks that you are the bigger person for not fighting back. Nobody. The bully doesn't think you are the bigger person. Other people don't think you are the bigger person, and the worst part is you don't even think you are the bigger person yourself. Do you think that the kid who is getting bullied walks home with his head held high and with confidence because he let that guy slap him and didn't fight back? No, he goes home fucking crying his eyes out with depressive thoughts. Nobody thinks the guy who doesn't fight back is better than anyone. Brother, I need you to vow to yourself right here that you won't let any more injustices happen to you. None. Even if it's just little, like getting cold food at a restaurant, or when someone calls you names at school, just walk up to him, hey, don't call me that, boom, done. I really sympathize with you on this. I don't normally read my comments, but I will read them on this video. So if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them. So that's it for today. Like, subscribe and stuff like that. Bye.